the point I'm trying to make is, you let them know that they come from somebody else, but you love them enough to take care of them and do the best by them. Because that's all you're supposed to do.
They start asking questions. My hair looks different from yours.
Oh, they're gonna find some different strategies that's so different that that you can't keep that a secret. And I can remember, and this was very painful to me, but I got over it. I had a sister that because I didn't have natural children. I don't hide that from anyone. I had a sister that said to me, well, they're really still not yours, and that was very hurt. I don't care how many kids you adopt, you'll still never be a mother. Liar. But if I didn't understand it, it could have crushed me as a human being.
Because a mother is not the one that births it, a mother is the one that raises it.
Absolutely.
Because a mother is the one that goes through sickness, goes through crying every night, praying over your children every night, feeding them when the next meal is going to come, clothing them,
educating them,
teaching them manners, making sure that they make it out in the world. That's what a real mother is, not birthing them.
Because anybody can have, I know women that had children when I worked at the shelter who had babies at the crack den, and they would deliver the baby and ask the ambulance to leave them so they can get their next hit. Who does that? But they were still mama. But you just have to be as honest as you can. When a person adopts you, that is love.
Oh, yes.
That is love. And I'm glad that you said that, Davida, because a lot of kids that's been adopted need to understand that there's a sacrifice.
Oh, yes.
I used to go to school and sometimes the teachers would have the worst things to say and I'd be like, shrinking. Sometimes I'll be like a midget. I did. And one teacher told me, I don't know what you all upset for. You just clothe them and feed them. It is what it is. And that was the only thing that made me know that I wasn't responsible. If they didn't want to learn or they had a learning disability, it didn't come from me.
That's right.
It was nothing I did wrong.
That's right.
And you're not going to make me feel that I did anything wrong. I wasn't pregnant and didn't eat right. I wasn't pregnant and ran the streets and didn't make sure I get my rest so that your development can go fully. It wasn't my fault.
That's right.
I just took what God gave me and made the best out of a serious situation. And thank God that I fed my children well. I love them well. They're not sickly, they grew out of being sickly, and now they're wholesome men and women. Thanks be unto God.
Right.
And it wasn't all that I did. It was a lot of praying. And it was a lot of people helping me, family members. No family members made them feel less than.
That's right.
So it's a lot. And one thing I always remembered, it was very important to me, it's a village.
It's a village.
That's right.
It's a village. I will never forget my community in New York, like Amityville and Massapequa, where they helped me with my children. I didn't know what a village was with children until I moved there. They would say, I got this one, Miss Walker. I got this one. I got that one. I'll take the veto. I was like, thank you, God.
Because it gives you a breath to breathe.
It did.
It gives you a breath to
School for my children, I'll tell you, my kids, if they're not in school, they ain't nowhere. My kids' school was the best babysitter in the world for my kids. When the schoolhouse was closed, they were mad. I used to think, am I right? I used to think they had the keys. I used to say, y'all ain't the janitor. I used to tell Eric that all the time. What, you got the keys for the school?
I know ain't no school today.
You know?
You going, boy.
Even on their holidays, on their vacations, where you going? Practice. 6:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, they be going to school. Y'all done lost y'all mind now. But thank God that they had that development in them.
Oh, yeah.
We instilled that in them. They were a couple of times. I think it was Wayne or somebody got perfect attendance. Who was it? TT, Eric, somebody.
It was all of us.
Perfect attendance one year.
I know that's right.
Perfect. What? Stay home for what?
You getting out of here?
Yes. So and you also made a good statement on the other tape that we did that about children being the favorites.
Oh yeah. I don't. when you're together, in a home, and
all right, I'll take us for example.
Oh Lord.
It was 7 of us, 10 of us, but 7 of us living at the same time, living together at the same time. And Mom had this one favorite. I'm sorry, Mom. Wayne. No, I'm lying. Excuse me. 2 favorites, Wayne and Eric. Wayne was the baby, Eric was the baby. Right?
She's just jealous.
That's not the point. It's the fact, it's so many of us, and it was just like, we had to live up, it's like you have to live up to the standards of those 2.
That's right. And that was very good.
No, it's not. Because it's like, it's like if one of them, if Wayne or Eric does something, and it's magnificent, it's like, oh man, so let me just go take
She's such a liar.
No,
Ain't nothing compared to what they bring.
if you pull the rest of my siblings down here,
They lied too. They all lied, y'all.
How about, if Eric will go in the room and say, Mom, so are you okay? This and this, and he come into my mind, you okay? Get out that room! And you're like, oh, Eric, you was just talking so nice.
She's a liar, y'all.
I don't know. I don't understand, that favorite sibling just makes it hard on the rest of the siblings.
Yes. Now mind you,
You can't say, now when silence come in, because if you say something, you're going to get the beat down.
yes, you was. Yes, you was.
Is that silence good?
But listen, she's not telling y'all. She was her father's golden cup.
But that's who I had. See, Mama wanted the boy.
That's right. I love my boys. Because them girls are too emotional. They make me
When I was younger, and
She's not lying
I
now.
was younger, Mom would always take my older sister to the hair salon, take her to the hair salon, they would go shopping, they would go do all this stuff.
She's got so much anger.
And I would be, Mom, can I go? No, stay home with your father. And then she asks us, why you turn on such a tomboy? Such a boy.
So beautiful.
You know, all them years I'm home with my brothers getting beat up doing wrestling moves.
Now you can take care of yourself. No man can take advantage of you. Woo-hoo. Thank you, Mom. You should be writing me a letter. You should be thanking me.
See, the thing is, I learned how to fight from getting jumped by 5 boys.
There you go.
My sister was taught how to fight like a lady should.
Yes. By me.
If I fight somebody in the street, it's like, you fight like a man.
That's it. Kick his butt.
Sister's like, sure, she's a mean girl, you know what I mean?
That's it. I love you for that, boo.
Don't say
This is my toughie. Listen, I put you in Taekwondo.
Listen, I want to tell all those girls out there. That's the younger siblings. That's the youngest girl of the family. Listen, you have to take your stand. Do not be silent. I'm telling you now. Do not be silent. Speak up.
Sorry.
If you feel like you're being left, mine. Don't get me.
She's such a bloody liar. She is such a bloody liar. That's all right. She made her way and her brothers taught her. I feel sorry, boo. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for any man to put their hands on this girl. They're going to get the beat down of life. Thank you, brothers.
Well, that's what happens when you left alone.
She got issues, y'all. We're going to put her in therapy. We're going to bring her back next week. I'm so glad we did this. Silence just ain't golden, is it? We had to bring it out in her. She tells me this every other month. She tells me this, but she just lying.
Titi, I do understand what you're
Oh, Lord, here we go. A Lonely Hearts Club.
No, because my mother had only 2 kids, and her favorite, I'm sorry, is my brother. And it was hard because when I wanted to show her something, it's like, oh, okay,
But
and
when
it's
the brother
like,
showed it, it's just
oh,
like,
it's like wonderful.
that's fabulous.
But
You
I know
should be
how
the
that
next
feels.
president of the United States.
That's what my boy told me. Let me tell y'all something. Don't listen, audience. Don't pay these fools no mind. Let me tell you the real deal. The girls are too complicated. Speak to me. I'm speaking to you.
complicated.
Girls are just too complicated. complicated. They are so, emotional. I always wanted 12 daughters, but when I got the first one, I knew I didn't want no more girls. It wasn't her, but honey, they made the way for her. Those boys will make mom feel like she's a princess at all times.
Well, technically, I'm one of the dudes.
Listen, don't pay her no mind, y'all. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in with us this week on Hidden Life Hard. Today's topic, when silence isn't golden. Tune in with us next week when the topic will be a question of authority. We ask you to please follow us on Twitter, MySpace, and also Facebook. And when you view us on YouTube, please subscribe, tell a friend, do whatever you have to do. We do this for you. Thank you for watching us, and we'll see you next week.
This segment meant a lot to me because when people are hurting, we have to speak up. And I know that that's something hard for everybody to do. But as somebody that's been in that situation, speaking up is a good thing. And silence is not golden to just keep to yourself. Man up and help somebody else out, especially when they're in need. Thank you.
Today's topic to me meant that if you know somebody's hurting inside and you know that it's going to mess up their life and their future is heading for a downfall, that you need to speak up. Whether it's then, later, or whenever, something needs to be said, because people shouldn't have to feel that way if someone's there, to make it better. Like my mom always told me, there is always an angel in disguise, and you can be that angel for that person. So just to say, speak up, let people know how you feel, whether it hurts them or not, and do the right thing.
Hi, my name is Benita. I just wanted to say that, silence is not golden. Sometimes, people are in trouble and they're hurting and, they're feeling some kind of way about life. Sometimes people are suicidal. Sometimes people are depressed. And when you know that that person is going through something, you should say something to them. Don't just keep your mouth closed because you feel that your voice is not heard. Sometimes people put you in a position where you feel like your voice is not heard. But you should say, what it is that you feel toward what they're doing, so that they won't hurt themselves or they won't go down the wrong path and they won't do the wrong thing. So silence is not golden.
Hi, my name is Catherine Walker, and today's topic was very powerful. Silence, why isn't silence golden? It is not good to be silenced when it's hurting someone. I didn't know my daughter was in such pain because she felt I loved the boys more than I loved the girls, but she'll get over it. She'll be all right. But if you see someone that's in pain and they're hurting, you reach out and help them. You don't need to publicize it. You don't need to tell the whole world, but just go to that person and help them. You may think about it if you see somebody cheating on another person. There's different ways when it's time to talk, and there's times when it's time to shut up. So this topic was very good for me. Silence isn't golden.